Got common marmoset. Alright, so that's the habitat it would usually be in. Trying to see if I can find the marmoset. Oh, I do see it. Oh my gosh, I completely missed it. There's two of them. They're right down here together. Almost completely missed them because they're just very, very small animals. Cute. Alright, so I'm going to go inside the Earth Discovery Center building. Alright, Earth Discovery Center. Some information outside here before going in. This is nice.
Yeah. Are we going to the rhinos?
Yeah, there's something.
What?
Well, Isaiah, she's on iPhone and all of them used to have a music guide. Because it got, I think they had butter.
Got 5-keeled, spiny-tailed iguana. Trying to see if I can find it. Oh, I do see it. Totally missed it. I was just about to look up into the trees. He's right there. It's a cool-looking reptile. That snow corn snake. So I was looking for the corn snake, and it turns out he's in this log. Yeah, you can see he's inside that log. Nature I spy.
Okay, now we go.
Normally in here we got a Kaiser spotted newt. But it looks like, according to the sign, it says it's off habitat apparently. Earth. Got carpet python. Another really impressive habitat. It's like a pretty big snake. Luckily there's not too much reflection so you can see the snake right there. More information about Earth. Some skulls here. Feline skull. Primate skull. Reptile and amphibian skulls. And a bird skull. What is an axolotl? Got axolotl. There we go. Also do see a third one that's in the back. You can see its tail, kind of. Global loss of biodiversity. A red-bellied, short-necked turtle. Another impressive habitat he's got. And the turtle's right up over here. Got a bearded dragon. He's right up on that little log. It's a cool looking animal. Got white tree frog. Looks like he's in the back corner. Got leopard gecko. Alright, so I was looking for the gecko and he's inside that rock, looks like. You can see there's his color pattern. So he's right inside there. Got curly-haired tarantula. So I had to bend all the way down to this habitat. The tarantula's in the back. Got Cinnalone milk snake. Trying to look for it. I even looked under that log. I just trying to find the snake. It's possible it might be in these little bushes here, but I just don't see it anywhere. Got the wonderful world of keratin, fur and hair, horns and antlers, feathers and scales. It's a really cool looking deer antler. Claws and paws. Alright, so I just came out from a Discovery Center, so now I'm probably gonna head this way and check out what's ever down here. Alright, so I went over onto this side here. I see there's some blue and gold macaws. I don't see a sign, but I do know that these are blue and gold macaws. Looks like that one on the left has got niche. Over here also gives you another side view for the capybaras. It's also the habitat for the Brazilian tapir. Got DeBrazza's monkey. So I see two of them. Got one laying down, the other one by the fence, looks like. The DeBrazza's monkey have a wonderful habitat. Some more nice information here. Got two-toed sloth. Wow, this habitat looks cool. Looks like the sloth is in that hammock. Alright, so I see this habitat from up here. Looks like there's a mandrill. This must be the habitat for the mandrills. Yeah, so right over there is where I exited from the deer forest, so now I'm gonna head down this trail here. Also got another side view for the chimpanzees. Yeah, so over here is all the deer forest. Another side viewing for the chimpanzees. Yeah, they got the chimpanzee habitat.
I didn't know they could fly.
Yeah, so Skyfar just go right past the chimpanzee habitat. Got a North American porcupine. Wow, this habitat looks cool. There's a bunch of porcupines in here. So there's the one's tail sticking out. Got one in the box. Got another one over there.
It definitely would have stopped.
This one just came out now. And there's another one. There's 5 porcupines in this habitat. That's really cool.
Coming to get a drink?
So we got Sika deer. So you also got a glimpse of these from the Skyfari. So I see a fence there, so actually looks like the Sika deer are actually separated from the fallow deer. So you actually can only get to feed and interact with the fallow deer, but not the Sika deer. We got a bunch of them over here, and you see the males, and the males are the ones with those big antlers. There's one of the females here that's eating some hay. So yeah, the Sika deer are separated from the fallow deer. They got plenty of space for them. Got the Elkhorn Mining Company, gemstone and fossil panning. Yeah, so over here is where you can do gem mining here. And they also have pony rides. So it says it's closed off, but you can still see the ponies. Very gorgeous animals. Got 2 more ponies here that are eating some hay, looks like. Yeah, so the ponies do have all this space for them. Looks cool. Over here is the gem mining area. Gemstones and minerals from around the world. So right next to the Elkhorn Gem Mining Company, we got 6 banded armadillo. This habitat looks neat. Trying to see if I can find the armadillo. Do not see it anywhere. So yeah, I'll check back here later, and hopefully he'll be out later on my rewalk. Got black-tailed prairie dog. So it looks like he's over there. Looks like he's eating some lettuce. Yes, I also did get a glimpse of the black-tailed prairie dogs from the sky ride. I got this one up close. Yes, they do have all these little burrows they dug with their claws. Yeah, so I had to look inside that little tunnel there, and the armadillo is actually laying on his back side there. Yeah, so he is in there. So I'll probably check back here later. Hopefully see if I can get a better view of them, perhaps. Yeah, so it tells you here why he's actually on his back. They usually do it to soak up the sun. Yeah, you see it goes the sky ride right there. So it kind of goes right into the area the train ride goes. Now we got the Woodland Station, so I'm gonna go get my train tickets. Alright, so I finally found a map of the zoo. So I'm right over here by the train ride. So I'm probably gonna, after I get off the train, I'll check out these animals here, and then head in this direction to all this stuff here, check out the rhinos, and then see everything here. All the different animals we're gonna see on the train. Got American elk, trumpeter swan, mallard duck, red-tailed hawk, great blue heron, Canada goose, and also wild turkey. So luckily, since I paid the combo admission to the zoo, I am able to go on both the train ride and sky ride. I also do have to wear a wristband to get on the rides here. As I'm waiting in line to see the trains now arrived. So I'm on the train ride. Apparently I'm actually facing in reverse. Apparently there are only 2 other seat options, because I actually either sit in this seat or I just have to share it with another guy. But I chose to be in this seat instead. Alright, so we're now departing. Yeah, so apparently I'm facing backwards on the train. There was another seat facing forward, but apparently I had to share it with another person, so... But that's okay, it's still going to be a very fun ride. So it's sort of a tram ride, but it's made to resemble a train, so it's still considered a tram ride. Or train ride, actually. Oh, I do see some turkeys. There's some turkeys there. So it's sort of a trackless train ride. It's still going to be very, very fun. Yeah, so there goes the Skyfari right there. Yes, I do have some elk in this area. Do not see any elk just yet. I'm sure they're here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure that the geese, even though the sign said there are Canada geese here, it's possible the geese might be wild. But I am keeping my eye out. So I really like how the zoo is out in the woods. It's really nice. Oh, I do see there's some Canada geese there. Don't see any of the elk yet, but hopefully soon I'll see them. Also do have some water for them to be in. I have seen elk go in the water before, so the elk do have that water to cool off in, especially on a hot day like today. It's a really nice ride so far. Oh, turtle crossing. So far, I don't see any animals besides the Canada geese. It's a really nice looking lake out there. Oh, I think there's a heron out there. Yeah, there's a heron. It's way out there. Oh, some turtles. Apparently I missed them. So sorry about that, but still I got to see a couple other turtles on some of the habitats and the tortoises. All these lily pads here. Oh, I think I see the trumpeter swan out there. The story's a little bouncy. There's a nice heron out there. Ooh, some, actually no, that's just a log, sorry. Thought it was a fish, but it looked like it was just a log. It's really, really beautiful. Looks like we're turning. Looks like we're about to make a turn here. Going on a curve there. It's a really fun ride so far. I'm enjoying it. So far, it's a really, really nice zoo. I'm enjoying it. It's a very, very fun zoo. I'm not seeing any of the elk anywhere, but I am keeping my eye out for them. It looks like we're heading back the way we came. That looks like the pathway or road we were just on. Going back past the lake. Beautiful. That's a gorge gorgeous lake.
What's the baby duck?
Don't see any of the elk anywhere. Possible they're somewhere in the back hiding. Don't know for sure. Yeah, so it looks like we're heading back the way we came. So I actually do see the elk in the back. They're way in the back. They're all the way back there somewhere. Oh, it's a Canada geese. Yeah, so we're heading back the way we came.
Why do I smell
It's really beautiful out here. Yes, there is the Skyfari over there. It looks like we're heading back towards the station. We're back at the station. Back at the station. That was a very, very fun ride. Yeah, so as you exit the train, you go through the gift shop.
There's a gift shop before we go out, okay?
We got mandrill. So it looks like a nice habitat. Yeah, so there's actually multiple different views for the mandrill. There's the one right there. Another side view for the mandrill.
Yeah.
It's got a nice habitat, lots of places to climb on. It's cool. Another side view of the mandrill. Got a really nice view of them from over here. There's two different pathways. I'm probably gonna hit up this boardwalk first and see whatever animals over there. Got a cotton top tamarin. This looks like a very good sized habitat he's got. Alright, so I do see the tamarins. Looks like there's 3 of them. You got a really close look at the cotton top tamarins from here. Oh, they are really cute animals.
Oh, look how little his face is.
Yeah, I do love the cotton top tamarins. They're very, very cute.
They're very cute.
got a third two-toed sloth. This is actually the third two-toed sloth I'm at, because I remember the first sloth I saw was in the reptile building, then there was the other one by Earth Discovery Center, and now there's this one. Looks like they're doing a little encounter there. So hopefully when I get to the lower viewing, I'll be able to see the sloth. Got wolfschoonen. A nice looking habitat. I do see the two of them up here. Looks like they're grooming each other. It's got really nice long tails. I see there's a younger one in the back. Luckily there's another side view, so hopefully I should be able to get a closer look at the younger one, but he's behind the tree somewhere. Got a Grivet monkey. Oh, wow, that's cool. So I don't usually see this type of monkey at a lot of zoos. I believe I got to see him, I think, at 2 other zoos. So I do remember, I think I got to see these monkeys at the San Diego Zoo, I believe. I think I also saw them at the Columbus Zoo in Columbus, Ohio. Got some more of them. There's a bunch of them in here. Over here, got another side view of the Grivet monkey. Looks like there's I think that's a younger one. It's one of the adults. I'm climbing down. Hi there, monkey. How are you? Wow, you are such a cute monkey. Yeah, you are very, very cute. There's the one up there. Yes, the Grivet monkey's got a nice habitat for them. Got South American coati. Oh, this is the habitat for the coati.
You can't see it from there.
Okay. I'm gonna try and look for them. I'm trying to find it. I even looked inside that tube, but there's some hay in there, so it's kind of hard to see it. Well, it might be inside this tube here. I don't know for sure, but I'm a little looking there. So apparently I can't really get a good view whether if they're in that tube or not. So I'll check back here later, and hopefully the coatis will be out. Yeah, so over here is another side viewing for the Brazilian tapir and capybara. We got 2 of the capybaras and 2 tapirs. The second capybara. So capybara kind of look like giant guinea pigs. Capybaras, I think, are the largest rodents in the world. And there's the Brazilian tapir. And there's the second Brazilian tapir. Yeah, they're way in the back, looks like. Oh god, this really impressive habitat. Apparently it does not say what is in this habitat, so it's possible this might be an empty enclosure. Don't know for sure. But it looks like something used to be in here, because I do see there's a little area where the sign would usually be posted. But yeah, it looks like whatever's in here is no longer here. Got emu. Oh, I do see some emus right here. Also got to see these animals up from the sky ride. So emus are closely related to the ostrich. They're also related to the rhea and I think they're also related to the cassowary too. Got another emu here that looks like he's sleeping. So got one emu that's sleeping right up here, looks like. Yeah, so over there is the ring-tailed lemur habitat. Yeah, so the Sky Safari goes right above the emus and the lemurs. So I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I am. So I'm back up by the camels, so I went on this trail here and I ended up back here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm most likely going to head either on this trail or that trail. It doesn't matter which one I go on, but whatever trail I take, it's going to take me right over here to the African porcupine. I'm going to check out the eagle owl, and then that'll take me to the Siamangs, and then I'll head towards past the lions and tigers, and then I'm going to head over to the white rhino, and as I head down this trail here, it'll take me right back to the front. So I'm probably going to check out that habitat over there, and then once I'm done with that habitat, I will backtrack and head this way. Got a brown-headed spider monkey. It's a nice looking habitat they got. Oh, looks like that one just went back inside. Oh, the door is closed, but it looks like he's hanging out in that tunnel that leads to his nighttime habitat. And there's all the other spider monkeys. Alright, so I decided I'm going to head down this trail here. That way I can get a lower view of the spider monkeys, and then I'm going to head in this direction there to the porcupine and eagle owl. Also, do want to get a lower viewing for the two-toed sloth. So the Southwick Zoo looks like it has a lot of backtracking, but it's still very, very fun. It's really enjoyable so far. Yeah, so over here is the lower viewing for the brown-headed spider monkeys. So there's 4 of them in this habitat, but the 3 of them are all the way up on this side of the habitat. Those long prehensile tails. It looks like that one is a younger one because it looks way smaller than the 2 here, so this might be a young spider monkey. Yeah, so it looks like this is a brand new habitat because I can tell by the looks of this wood. So usually when a zoo adds new stuff or new animals or new habitats like this, that usually means the zoo is supported by its community. That's why I recommend it's always important to support your local zoo, because that way it gives them the funding to add new areas, new habitats. One there. I'm gonna go in here. So why are rainforests disappearing?
Oxygen, about 40% of the
humans. It's usually always humans that are the cause of rainforests disappearing because of logging.
An alarming rate.
That's very sad.
Development.
Yeah, you can see right there.
Have fueled the deforestation of these rich ecosystems. At the current rate, rainforests, which have survived for over 70 million years, may completely disappear within the next century. But through educational campaigns, sustainable logging practices, and cooperation,
Information about tropical rainforests.
For many generations to come.
Alright, so now that I've seen the spider monkeys, I am now gonna head in this direction here. So I do just remember on the map it said this is where they have their porcupine and eagle owl, and then once I'm done with those habitats down there, I'm gonna head in this direction, see everything else in this area. Got wild adventure summer programs. It's possible this might be an area for summer camps, I assume, or for school groups, although I guess since it says summer programs, it's most likely going to be during summer break, so this might be a building for summer camps. And going under the sky safari again. Very, very glad I got to go on the sky safari. It was a really fun ride, because the area the train ride goes through, or tram train, or a trackless train ride. Even though it wasn't a real train, it's still classified as a train, so it's a trackless train ride, or tram train, whatever you want to call it. So over here is the lower viewing for the Wolfskunen. Got a really wonderful habitat. I was hoping to get a closer view of the younger one, but it looks like he went back inside or just moved into the back somewhere. Alright, so over here is the lower viewing for the third two-toed sloth. Sleeping in there. Got Eurasian eagle owl. Oh wow, this habitat's pretty cool. As you see, there's the eagle owl right there. Oh, so I went to the other side of the habitat. I see a second Eurasian eagle owl. There's two of them.
Look on.
Apparently I can't zoom in any further because it'll get blurred out because this is looking through the fencing. Well, you should be able to see the owl. A South African porcupine. So even though this is the porcupine habitat, I actually do see a woodchuck or groundhog. It's like he's eating the porcupine's food, looks like. The porcupines are actually in the back, but there's another side viewing here, and hopefully I'll be able to see him much clearer. Yeah, so I went on this other side here. And I do see the two porcupines. It's like they're sleeping at the moment. Alright, so now that I've seen all these animals here, I am now gonna head this way towards the other animals in this direction. Gonna head towards the siamangs and the lions and tigers, and then that'll take me to the rhinos. Got Jacob sheep. Alright, there's the sheepy. Eating some hay. There's another one there eating hay. Very cute sheep. Yeah, another one inside that barn, looks like. Got siamang. Alright, so that's the habitat for them. You can kind of see them there, but luckily I'm going to get a closer view of them. In that direction, at least the lions and tigers, so I'm actually going to go on this boardwalk here to the animals over here and get a closer look at the siamangs.
Are you?
Okay, so you can kind of see the siamang over here. It looks like there's three of them. There's three siamangs. Going up on the boardwalk, it also gives you another nice view of the Jacob sheep. These are very cute sheep. So there's actually 4 siamangs in here. There's also a younger one. They're all in that corner, looks like. Trying to get you a nice view of the siamangs here. Yeah, so I'm very impressed with the siamang habitat. Lots of places and ropes for them to climb on.
Wow. You know where to go now? We'll follow you, girlie. He's away.
Looks like that's the young one. Yeah, so I'm up on this little boardwalk here. Alright, we got snow leopard. Yeah, this habitat looks really neat. Got some trees to climb on. Alright, so I went over all the way to the side of the habitat. I can see the snow leopards laying down right there.
The leopards?
Yes, hopefully you can see it because of all the fencing. Yeah, I can see the snow leopards laying down right there. So right across from the snow leopard, you also got a warthog. Warthog's got a good sized habitat. It's pretty cool looking. The warthogs are right in the back sleeping together. Another side viewing for the warthog. Yes, the warthog's got a good sized habitat. So from up here, we got a really nice view of both the warthogs. It's like they are taking a nap. Do enjoy the warthogs. So as the exit from the snow leopards and warthogs, we go through this gift shop. Looks pretty nice in here. The gift shop I exit from is called the Marangu Trail Outpost. We got African lion. Alright, so this is the habitat for the lions. I'm just gonna have to see if I can find the lions. So I do see another side viewing there, so hopefully I'll be able to see the lions from there. Alright, so over here is another side viewing for the lion habitat. But I do not see him anywhere. So I'll check back here later and hopefully the lion will be out. Got Bengal tiger. Yeah, I do see the tiger. We also got a white tiger with the Bengal tiger. Alright, you see the two tigers. So it says, the sign says one of them is under veterinary care, so I don't know if it's the Bengal tiger or the white tiger. Looks like they're having a cat nap. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the tiger habitat. They got some water to swim in. It's really impressive. Yeah, so I'm now on a dirt pathway, because like I said, the zoo has a mixture of dirt pathways and paved pathways. Over here is this nice. Got the Southwick Zoo name and the photo opportunity here. We also do have camelback riding here. Alright, we got white rhinoceros. Yes, the Southwick Zoo is a proud sponsor of rhino conservation. So it says this used to be the elephant exhibit. Oh boy, do you see the white rhinos? Looks like there's two of them. Sorry about the rhino blood viewing. Rhino conservation. The white rhinos looks like they got a good amount of space. So yeah, the sign said that this used to be where they had their elephants. But as you can see by the looks of this habitat is no longer suitable for elephants, because I've heard there were a couple zoos in the US that have had to relocate their elephants to a different facility. Because elephants are social animals, which means they live in big herds. But luckily this habitat is very, very suitable for rhinos. So I went down the pathway and got another nice view of the two white rhinos. That was kind of staring straight at me. These are cool animals. So if you are familiar with my channel, or if you're not familiar with my channel, the rhino is actually my second favorite animal, right behind the elephants and before the hippos. So rhinos, elephants, hippos are my three favorite animals, and the rhino is my second favorite animal, right behind the elephant. Just kind of got a side view of them. Now I actually do see the white rhino more so than the black rhino at zoos, but I do sometimes see the black rhino. So luckily, thanks to conservation efforts, the white rhino is actually the least endangered species of the rhinos, but they are still classified as threatened. They're still threatened out in the wild. Why are rhinos so important? This tells you where all the different species of rhino live in the world. So I've only seen the white rhino, black rhino, and greater one-horned rhino. And I usually mostly see the white rhino, but sometimes I will occasionally see the black rhino or the greater one-horned rhino. But I have never seen the Sumatran rhino or Javan rhino, because I think the Sumatran rhino and Javan rhino are actually the most endangered species of the rhino species. It's a nice little rhino skull. Avian Adventures Above and Beyond. It's at 11:30 and 2 p.m. Yeah, so over here is the bird show here.
Is secure. That is Kintar Laughing Kookaburra.
The African pied crow.
Smartphones ready to go in their hands.
Oh, that looks like a really nice looking bird. Ooh. Kind of flying all over the place.
Yeah, over here.
Got a second laughing kookaburra. We got two kookaburras at the zoo.
Who's going to be joining us momentarily.
That's a cool looking bird.
Following our story here at Southwick Zoo for a while, you might have heard that we have a big swing
It also says the Southwick Zoo is a proud sponsor of blue-throated macaw conservation.
No, because you're going to get them.
Alright, so over here, I'm guessing this is where they would usually have their macaw, but I'm guessing it's off habitat because the macaw I remember seeing at the by the Earth Discovery Center.
Not to worry, he's a very, very gentle boy. Alright,
so it looks
make his
like
way out. Oh, a little bathroom break. I'm glad he did that over there and not over here. Oh my goodness, beautiful flights from Alexi. Like I mentioned, yes, the largest owl in the world. And also you'll notice, of course, those striking orange eyes that are so beautiful. They do have the best hearing and the best eyesight. Oh my goodness,
Looks like I get to show you some of the bird show.
That was so good. Why don't you guys feel free, grab one more photo, grab a selfie with Alexi before you make your way on out of here today. He's gonna hang out with Trainer Emily up on.
So right past the bird show, we got Red River Hog, and also Warthog. So that's pretty interesting how the Warthog and Red River Hog are in the same habitat.
But my friends, you
So
are
I see 2 Red River Hogs and 1 Warthog.
make sure that you have your cameras ready.
So it's got a niche. There's the 2 Red River Hogs.
Again, taking in all of that information. We are on owl time, but that's A-okay. What do you think, Alexi? Lots
You enjoy the hogs, both the Warthog and Red River Hog.
We gotta think long and hard about our choices. All right.
So he's eating some hay.
Good job, Alexi.
So Warthog probably usually gets to be called Pumbaa a lot by all the little kids.
And pre-flight presentations, making sure that our birds know where they need
Here comes
to
the
go.
Red River Hog.
Sure, so excellent.
Yes, the Warthog and Red River Hog do get along with each other.
He goes to Lexi,
Like
our
the
Eurasian eagle owl.
owl's now heading back in.
So proud of him. Not bad for a 1-year-old, right?
So as I went up the trail here, I also got a nice upper viewing for the Red River Hog and Warthog habitat. So this is right next to the bird show. Got a nice view of both hogs from up here. So in here we got leopard tortoise and red-footed tortoise. Oh wow, looks like the tortoise has got a good sized habitat. Yeah, do you see there's the leopard tortoise? Yeah, it definitely looks like the leopard tortoise because it looks way lighter and has more gold coloring in it than the red-footed tortoise. So that's the leopard tortoise. Alright, so I actually do see the red-footed tortoise. I think that's the red-footed tortoise. Yeah, it looks like it has a darker shell, so the red-footed tortoise is in this tube. Yeah, I can see there the red-footed tortoise is in that tube. It looks like there's 2 of them in there. A little ride here. This ride is called Bear Affair. It doesn't look like it is in operation at the moment. Yeah, so over here as I went up the pathway also takes me right back to the really huge playground I saw earlier this morning. Saw the habitats from earlier. Alright, so I'm back near the front of the zoo as this completes my full initial walk throughout the Southwick Zoo. It's a very, very large zoo because like I said, it is the largest zoo in New England. It's also the largest zoo in the state of Massachusetts, I believe. There's lots of walking, so if you do come here, I do recommend you wear comfortable walking shoes. There were only a couple animals I think were not out the first time, so I'm going to do my re-walk real quick, but first, I'm going to go get some lunch here, and then after I have my lunch, I will do my re-walk. So over here is the Zebra Cafes. I was hoping to get some to eat, but apparently they're only serving drinks now. Alright, so I'm back at the Bennett's Wallaby. I see there's looks like there's a baby there. There's a baby wallaby right there. Got a nice close look at the wallaby over here. I do see there's the white wallaby. Yeah, oh, I got one. This came popping up over here. There's another white wallaby. Yeah, so luckily there's not too much fencing here. Oh, so kind of rough housing looks like. Got a much more closer look at the Victoria Crown Pigeon. It's a beautiful bird. I'm back at the capuchins. These are the black-capped capuchins. Oh, got some babies. Oh, a baby on that one's back. It's a mom and baby. And The baby's really, really cute. There's the one up top there. I'm back at this habitat here. A really nice look at all the birds that are in here. And you can see the peacock is sort of resting on that branch. Alright, so right past the petting zoo there's actually some chickens here. Very gorgeous looking chickens. Don't know what kind of chickens these are, but I do know that they are chickens. We usually get two different types of foods from these animals, usually eggs and the other type of food I don't want to say, but luckily here at the zoo they are safe and they're not going to be turned into, well, you know, the other type of food I just don't want to say in front of these animals. I'm going back past the Schminskoonen. So it's another side view of them. I actually saw them from that side. These are cute monkeys. I'm back at the capuchin monkeys. Can't remember which one these are, but I think they're called the white-faced capuchin monkeys. Oh, that one jumped up. So I'm back inside the reptiles building. Hoping to see if the armadillo is out, because I remember the Brazilian three-banded armadillo was not out earlier. Apparently I still don't see it, but all I see is the two-toed sloth. So this is what the armadillo looks like, but luckily I got to see the other one. This is unfortunately going to be a no-go for today. So I'm back at the Aldabra tortoise. It looks like they've all moved all the way to that side, looks like. I'm back at the flamingos. Looks like most of them are up on land. Yeah, so flamingos don't spend all their time in the water, and they still gotta come up on land. It looks like their water area is filled up a little bit more. So these are the lesser flamingos, and looks like the ones that have a little bit more pink in them, or the one you see laying down is the Chilean flamingo. So one last look at the Aldabra tortoises. Yeah, the door is open so they can go inside whenever they want to. I'm back at the Bactrian camels. It's like two of them are laying down, the other one's walking. So I'm back at the white-handed gibbon. It's up close here. So there's actually 3 gibbons. Got the one in the tunnel there. It's getting a drink of water. There's a third one that seems to be swinging around. So I'm guessing these are all the females because they have the tan fur. So I think it's the males that have the much more darker black fur. So these are definitely the female gibbons. Alright, so it looks like all the Watusi are now standing up. Because even though those horns might seem a bit heavy for them, luckily it's not too heavy because they're used to carrying them around everywhere. So those horns are not too heavy, it does not hurt them or bother them. So I'm back at the American alligator, but it looks like he's in the exact same spot he was in earlier. So yeah, the Sky-Fari goes right above the alligators. Alright, so it looks like there's 4 zebras. The fourth one's in the behind the 3. So I can't remember if there was 1 zebra this morning or more than 1. It's just so hot today, and sometimes if I'm at a very, very large zoo, I just don't always have luck remembering how many animals were out the first time. Yeah, you can see the zebras, ostrich, and the scimitar horned oryx. Yeah, so over here I got a really nice view of the ostrich, looks like. Also a real nice view of the scimitar horned oryx. And one more look at the cheetahs. They're really cute. So these are the adult cheetahs. Yeah, so do you see there's a wild bunny rabbit right there? It's a cute bunny rabbit. It's a cute bunny. And one more look at the reticulated giraffe. Looks like he's getting some hay, looks like. There's all the other giraffes on this side. Other two down there. Got another nice view of the two giraffes there. Alright, so it looks like the spotted hyena is now laying down. So remember there was two of them, but I don't see the other one. Just laying down, sleeping. So I'm not sure where the other spotted hyena went, but I still got a really nice view of them from earlier. Do really love the hyenas. So I'm now going to go back through the deer forest. Yeah, so before there was a lot of people, but luckily now I got a closer look at the fallow deer this time. They're very cute. So remember I got to feed these earlier, and I also got to feed them at the other place I went to last year. It was at Wisconsin Deer Park. So this is the second time I got to feed and interact with the fallow deer. That's really cool. There's the darker colored deer. Like I said, they usually come in 3 different colors, and the deer that come in 3 different colors actually come from different regions or areas around Europe. It goes along with the spots. You know, one deer over here. Yeah, fallow deer are very cute animals. Yeah, so this area basically goes in the loop. So I remember I went this way, so I'm gonna go out from the deer forest in that direction. Goes another cute fallow deer. So just as a quick reminder, the Sitka deer and fallow deer are separated from each other, so you are only able to interact and feed the fallow deer, but the Sitka deer are separated because there's a little fencing there that separates the 2 species of deer from each other. Alright, so it looks like the serval's finished up his cat nap. He's now walking around. That's a cute cat.
Different type of cat.
Yeah, so I remember earlier the serval was sleeping, but it looks like he's now awake. And of course, I came back to see the adorable cheetah cubs one more time. They're super cute. Yeah, so the worker just told me that the 2 adult cheetahs I saw in the other habitat are actually not the cheetah's parents. These are very cute. Now, so the cheetah cubs' parents actually were relocated to the Metro Richmond Zoo.
For them, so we're raising some of the babies.
They are super cute.
Now,
Came back to the common marmosets. Before they were kind of over here behind these little plants, but luckily now I got a clear view of them. Second one's on top of that slide there. Alright, got a nicer view of the chimpanzees.
when we came here with your family, there was one.
So I kind of got a glimpse of them from the sky ride. And I got a much better view of them this time.
It's nice that they got a lot of
So I'm back at the habitat that has the tapirs and capybaras. Oh, looks like the capybaras actually moved. So while the capybaras have been moving around, it looks like the Brazilian tapirs are in the same spot they were in earlier, but you can still see both of them. I came back to see the yak one last time, because this was the one that was making all those noises. And there's the second one. This looks like they're pretty much back into the same areas they were in earlier, but still got a nice view of both of them. Back at the porcupines. Two up the top there. So there's 5 North American porcupines in here. That's really cool. And some of them on the ground. And there's the other one. I came back to the Sitka deer. Looks like there's a male here that's eating some hay. And there's the females, because the males are the ones that have the antlers, and the females don't grow any antlers. Here's some back at the other armadillo. Looks like this one's moving around. This is the 6-banded armadillo. It's pretty active. Yeah, so before he was underneath that tunnel there, but now he's up and walking around. It's a cute animal. He's got lots of balls in here, some tennis balls and baseball. In case he wants to play tennis or some baseball, looks like.
It's like an armored animal. It's like an armored vehicle.
I'm joking, of course. Obviously, the armadillo doesn't play sports. I do try to add a bit of humor into my videos. Yeah, so I'm back at the mandrill. Got a really nice view of this one here. 2 more mandrills just came out. Guessing these might be the females because they look way smaller than the one I showed you first. There definitely might be the females, which means this one here is the male because he looks way bigger than the other 2. Alright, so I'm back at the South African porcupines, but it looks like they're still sleeping in the same spot they were in earlier. But you can still see them. I came back to see the adorable cotton-top tamarins one last time. They're super cute animals. Came back to see the wolf schoonin one more time. It's like these 2 are in the same spot they were in before. Oh, here comes the baby. Yeah, it's the younger one. So it looks like the DeBrazos monkey has been moving around. Ooh, that one looks like he's climbing down. It's on the little slide. And there's the second DeBrazos monkey. Ooh, the other one just came down. They got very, very long tails. So another animal that was not earlier was the South American coati. Well, actually, I think I can't tell if that is the coati I see in that basket. Oh yeah, I think it's in there. Oh yeah, that's the coati. Oh yeah, the coati is out. It's inside that basket. You can see him moving around in there. So he's right inside that basket, looks like. So apparently I can't get the camera to get any closer. But the coati is inside this basket here, so I'm very glad I got to see the coati today. I'm back at the ring-tailed lemurs. Like they're all eating, looks like. Also saw these from the Sky Ride too. So it looks like the emus are now laying down, or this one's laying down. There's the rest of them. So it looks like there's 5 emus in this habitat. Well, so it looks like the spider monkeys are now on the ground, looks like. Oh, it's climbing against the fence there, looks like. Got these long arms and a really long prehensile tail. There's the other one.
Just grabbing the fence with his tail.
Yeah, there you go. Now you kind of got a nice view of it here this time. And there's the third one swinging around up high. It's really high up. There's 3 spider monkeys in here, so there's one of them swinging around up high. And there's the other one. And spider monkeys are very, very cute. Alright, so it looks like the Eurasian eagle owls are still in the same spot they were in before. There's the second one. Yeah, he's in the back there. Back at the Jacob sheep, looks like they're all laying down. There's the one there by the hay. We got a closer view of the Siamang here. So he just went potty a minute ago. So I waited until he's done. There's the other three. Got two of them in that hammock there and the other one hanging on up there. Got a really nice view of the Siamangs from up here. Yeah, so I'm back up on the elevated boardwalk. I'm going to try and get a better view of the snow leopard for you, because I do remember the snow leopard was behind all that shrubs and everything. Alright, so it looks like the snow leopard is in the same spot he was in earlier, sleeping. It's kind of hard to see with all these shrubs in the way. Yeah, he's right back there. Hopefully you can see him. Yeah, he's right back there. So I'm back at the first warthog habitat. Looks like one of them is walking around. But I don't see the second warthog anymore. Possible it was probably in with the red river hogs. So I do remember the second habitat that had the warthogs, it had the red river hogs too. It's possible that's for the second warthog when the other one stayed in this habitat. They also have these little chairs for you to sit on and relax for a little. Going back to the gift shop. We got these little lights here. Don't know if they're Christmas lights or not, because it's still summertime. But Christmas is going to be here before you know it. We got these snow globes. Well, that's cool. It's like it's a taxidermied version of a leopard pulling a zebra into a tree. Alright, so another animal I didn't see earlier was the lion. Definitely remember the lion was not out, so hopefully on the other side I'll be able to see him. Alright, so this is another side viewing for the lion, and apparently looks like the African lion is going to be a no-go for today. But that's what they look like. I'm sure you've probably seen a lion before, but just in case you've never seen a lion before, or if you never saw the movie Lion King, that's what they look like right here. I'm back at the tiger. Looks like the white tiger is kind of on that little barrel there. And there's the other tiger. Looks like it's kind of chewing on it, looks like. Oh yeah, it's kind of chewing on it. Looks like he's done playing with it. And came back to the dromedary camels one more time. Looks like the one that's not doing any riding is still in the same area it was earlier. Looks like it's laying down. Looks like he's eating some hay, looks like. Yeah, so over here is where they had their bird show. Looks like the bird show is over now. But I still got to see a little bit of it. So remember they had the owl in here. Came back to see the red river hog and warthog again. So yeah, because I remember there were two warthogs in the first habitat, so I'm guessing this warthog is the second warthog I saw earlier. That was in the first habitat I saw, where I saw the other warthog. Back at the stocata tortoise. Looks like this one's trying to mate with her. Yeah, I guess he's trying to be his or her mate. Kind of back at the red kangaroos. Looks like they've been moving around a little. There's the other kangaroo. There's the other kangaroo. So we exit through the gift shop. So I'm going to go through the Purple Peacock gift shop. Yeah, so luckily it's much more air conditioned in here. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got some lights. Some more Christmas lights here. This is like a very big gift shop I'm in. Alright everybody, that's going to complete my visit to the Southwick Zoo in Mendon, Massachusetts. I had such a very fun time at the zoo. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was a very large zoo because, like I said, this is the largest zoo in New England. It was a very fun zoo. I'm very glad I got to check it out. So it's very wonderful. I loved it because it is 300 acres wide, so it's a very large zoo. I enjoyed everything. I believe the only animal I don't think I got to see were, I believe there was the three-banded armadillo. I also don't remember, although I do remember I did not see the lions, but other than that, I saw everything else that was on Habitat. This was such a fun zoo. I enjoyed it. So I was very fun. This was just a little out of breath because there's lots of elevation changes at the zoo. So if you do come to the zoo, be prepared to walk and wear comfortable walking shoes because it's a very large zoo. Because like I said, it is 300 acres wide and it's the largest zoo in New England. I think also the largest zoo in the state of Massachusetts. Leave some comments down below what was your favorite animal that I saw today. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I go to zoos and aquariums across the United States. I try to visit a new state every year. If this is the kind of stuff that you enjoy, then check out my channel. I upload a new video every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you everybody for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye.